Welcome to the studio, Chef Gordon Rader. Well, they told me I got to get excited again. I think the last time we did a video, I think the nurse came around and gave me some medication. So, I'm kind of tired guy. I'm getting older, so I get, slow down. But I am excited to see you. And we're going to do another little piece that I think is rustic and simple and fun. You've got leftover mashed potatoes from last night. I know you do, right? Because you cooked the roast and you had mashed potatoes and you made gravy. So what are you going to do with the leftover mashed? I've got some. You put it in the back of the fridge and it sits there and dries out and you throw it out after a month, but let's go ahead and use them. Potato pancakes, not latkes. Latkes are shredded potatoes and you fry them in oil. But these are utilizing the leftover mash that you had, so they're really seasoned. You've got cream and you've got butter. And I know you used real Idaho potatoes and you actually boiled them and mashed them by hand, right? Well, even if you used instant mash, that's okay. As long as you put some butter and cream in them and salt and pepper, you're good to go. So, I'm not going to be mean today. I'm going to let you get away with some quick and easy. Eggs and flour. It's seasoned. Taste it again. If you think it needs more salt, more pepper, or if you want to add thyme, or if you want to add cheese, or you want to add that leftover bacon, and there's some mushrooms, and whatever's in there, as opposed to throwing it out, because it's kind of a neat flavor combination. Potatoes are a vehicle to carry a lot of different flavors at the same time. I mean, it's a great vehicle, actually. So is my Rambler. That was a great vehicle, too. So they're looking at me again. I got to get past the comedy and get back to the food. So depending on the amount of food, and again, recipes, let's play with this a little bit. This is probably about 4 cups, maybe 5 cups at the max mashed potatoes, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add an egg to this, and I'll show you how I cook. Again, is it too loose? Is it too thick? If it's too much egg, you can always add more flour. And flour is going to help bind this together as well. So I think 1 egg is going to be enough. It's an enrichment, it's a binder, and again, you've got the starch from the potato, so it's not a big deal. I don't want to add too much flour, but let's see what we've got. We'll go ahead and patty these out, and then we'll take them to the stove. You've got some sautéed onion you want to add to this. That would be nice. Okay. You could patty these up, actually, and put them in the freezer and just pull them out as you needed them. Think about it. You could have one day during the week that you guys could get together and have some fun cooking and then create a whole menu based on all those things that you cooked for a week. And it would all be good, handmade, quality product. But that's just me. I'm telling you, you need to try some new things. I had a little flour on my hands. And then you can decide exactly how big you want to do this. If you're on a diet like I am, you can make them small like that. You can make them oval. Okay. Actually, what would be fun, and this is maybe another program we could do this, just form them into balls and then dip them in flour and egg wash, eggs and water, and then panko breadcrumbs and then deep fat fry them. Boy, those are good like that. It's like an adult tater tot. So that's kind of the idea right there. That's maybe a 2-ounce patty. And actually, you could bread it like that. I mean, there's a gazillion things you could do. Once you start cooking and actually get your hands dirty, you go, wow, what if? How about? And that's the whole idea about cooking, is to experiment a little bit. And it's fun to come home from work and maybe you've got something on the stove that people haven't seen before and sparks a little curiosity and conversation. And maybe you take some travels to another place you haven't gone before. And that's education. That's why it's important to bring young people into the school here and get them to try new things. Think about our trip to Spain that we do every year now. We're hoping to extend that into other European parts as well. That's a fun piece of the puzzle. We'll start with 3 or 4 and we'll go to the stove and I'll go ahead and show you how to saute those and they'll get a nice golden brown on them and then maybe we'll eat some. So, we're going with 4, okay? And again, you can do ovals, you can do squares, you can do hypotenuse triangles, I don't know. So a little bit of peanut oil. If you're allergic to peanut oil, canola oil, corn oil, safflower oil. And if you wanted to, you could dust them lightly with flour. This is kind of an experiment to see if they're going to stick. Sometimes we use a little bit of flour because they'll stick, and we don't want that to happen. So use your non-stick skillet. I'm just going to take a chance here, and Cecil's looking at me, so I don't know. Could be a disaster. You know, production people are a pain in the... What? Can you say that? Okay, so a little sizzle going on in the oil here. And we're just going to let that cook. Again, you know, listen to the sound of the heat, watch what it's doing, don't walk away from it and burn everything up. Get off the phone, turn off the computer, cook. Cook for the sheer joy of cooking and sharing a meal that's incredible for your family and your friends, because obviously you'll have a lot more friends if you cook well. So, a spatula, very important. We'll get rid of this. We have a serving plate. Now again, if you've added some cheese and bacon to this, you could have a salad on the side, something light. Or maybe you had some chicken left over that you chopped up and threw in there with the bacon and the cheese. And then you can get a bun. I don't know. I mean, there's a jillion combination of things that you can do. Or you've made chili and you want to use this as a base. You could put the chili on top of it. So it's a really versatile product too. It can be a side for a stew. They didn't stick. What do you know about that? That's a great chef for you, huh? I'm going to go ahead and turn up the fire a little bit because I want you to see the golden brown. I want to make sure we get a good caramelization on those. And again, you don't want to burn them, but you certainly want to get that crispy, crunchy exterior. And then you've got the creamy interior. Ooh, sour cream and bacon. Sour cream, bacon, and chives. So it's a baked potato without the skin. Wow, that's a good idea. Some leftover hash, roast beef. That would be nice too. And then your brown gravy that you've got over. Or how about Canadian bacon and a fried egg and hollandaise sauce. So, I mean, you know, again, once you start cooking, you think of all the possibilities. What combines well? What becomes fun? And so every night is something different with the basic elements of cooking. Potatoes, chicken, beef. Oh, we had chicken again last night. Well, but you had it in a different way than you had it last week, and so that's what keeps things exciting. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and float these around a little bit. We're almost there. I see one that's perfect that I really like that I'd like to pull out, but I'm not going to yet. So, again, patience too. Good cooking takes time. But if you prep, and these are the things that we've talked about, we haven't worried so much about recipes, we've talked about technique. If you understand the process that it takes to cook a particular item, whether it's a protein or it's a starch, obviously you're going to cook better and quicker. You're going to have shortcuts that we've hopefully developed, help you develop over the time that we've spent together, and you're really cooking. That's the point of this all. And so here is really, that's a nice piece right there. Here's a nice piece here. And you can put these on a paper towel if you wanted to drain some of the grease on it. And again, if the grease is hot enough, it's not going to absorb into the potato. It's just going to crisp it up. So we'll go with these three. Maybe again a little sour cream, chopped bacon, a little chive. And that makes for a nice side or a nice main. Thanks very much for coming. We'll see you again soon.